Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live on WINK-CW, the CBS network. So glad to be here tonight to cover this auspicious occasion. Very important occasion indeed. It's the Fort Myers Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sororities Peppermint Ball. This sorority's Peppermint Ball is always a treat during the holiday season, and tonight won't be any less. Lee Pitts Live is thrilled to be the media sponsor of this event, and I'll be bringing you all the great interviews from on location. So where you need to be tuned in to get all of this, it's only one place, exclusively on Lee Pitts Live. The centerpiece of the Peppermint Ball is the recognition of honorees who will receive the Ruby Awards in various categories. Today, right now, I'm going to get a chance to talk to the International Awareness Involvement Ruby Honoree, Ramona Miller, who's here with me right now. Ramona, congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to ask you to hold that mic up about right here the entire time, and we're good to go. First of all, I want to compliment you on your seamstress or whomever put you in that beautiful gown.
Thank you.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's just something I had gone to the store and
Okay.
I picked out one dress and I wasn't too happy about it. And then, you know what, let me stick to my favorite color. So I said, I called my seamstress and I said, can you help me get this blue dress fitting the way I need it to fit? And she said, come on.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Compliments to the seamstress. Call the seamstress name and give her some publicity, if you can remember.
The person who helped me was Stephanie Stevens.
All right, Stephanie, she's the fashionista. Stephanie does a lot of this. DST herself, okay?
Yes, she is.
She's been styling a lot of people over the years.
Yes, she has.
Shout out to Stephanie. Okay.
On demand.
See, Stephanie, we're giving you some publicity here. Tonight, you're going to be honored. We talked about in the category that you're going to be honored in. And I'm so happy to see you get this honor because more people will get to know the great work that you do in the community. First of all, tell me the name of the organization that you work for. I think you're the CEO and the executive director, right?
Yes, I am. I am Ramona Miller. I am the executive director and founder of A Voice in the Wilderness Empowerment Center.
And what is that?
A Voice in the Wilderness Empowerment Center is a nonprofit. What we do boots on the ground work. You can never, ever reach the people the way that you need to reach them if you're not touching them. So that's basically what we do. We go into places where most people do not think to look or won't look. And so we hear those that are suffering in silence.
Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing about what you do as well is that you're almost like angels. You're able to capture people who've overdosed, and with the proper medication and proper training, many times you can bring them out of it and bring them back to life. Explain that to us, if you will.
A Voice in the Wilderness was the first organization, grassroots organization, and boots on the ground organization to be able to bring Narcan. And Narcan is the medication that reverses the effects of an overdose. Mm-hmm. So what happens is people will call us and say, hey, we need Narcan. Or we would get the call saying, hey, Miss Ramona, I need you to come right now. I need you to come. Someone, they're dying. They're turning blue. So what we do, we get in the car, we go to the location, and we reverse the overdose. We are the ones before 911.
That's amazing. Y'all hear this? And she's boots on the ground. It's personal to you, isn't it?
It's very personal.
Why would you say that?
Because one of the things, and I'm sure some will hear it later on, my grandmother inspired me. One of the things that she did, she allowed me to see her serve her community. Now, back then, we didn't have the opioid crisis. We didn't have the problems that we're faced with now. But because of the seeds that she has sown in my life, I was able to go from where she was to where I am by continuing in the path that she had taught me. And that is taking care of people.
What does it do for you personally to know that you're making such a difference and certainly impacting many people who society would cast to the side and they may go unnoticed because many of them may be viewed as, hey, they're heroin, they're addicts or whatever things that they do to become overdose. Society may cast them out, but you're out there looking for those people.
everybody needs someone.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when people are going through their hardest time, they feel as though they're not worthy. So it makes me feel great, and it humbles me mostly to believe that God can even trust me with this organization to be able to not only just go and save lives, but to also help take their lives from one place to another to self-sufficiency in life.
And we're in here in this gorgeous ballroom that you're going to be honored in. And we're going to talk about your honor in a second. But early on, you said we. We do this, we do that. How big is we? Who is we in your organization? And how can the public assist you in what you're doing as a nonprofit?
First of all, I say we because I can't do this alone.
Right?
It takes those that volunteer, it takes the donors, it takes those that actually believe and trust in me to actually refer me to others. My team, there's a total of 5 of us, and because of the nature of work that we do, we keep it very small because of the people that we come across. We do. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see some of the work that we do, but for the most part, we keep that under wraps because you know what? They are people, and we give them a chance to be able to snap back, to be able to come back without shame, without guilt, so that they could make a turnaround without feeling as though, you know what, I am doomed, I am condemned because of what I did or what I'm doing.
How long y'all been around?
We've been around since 2005.
Okay. And you're primarily funded by the county, the city, the state, or just donations?
We are privately funded. We do not use we do not receive any government funding.
Mm-hmm. So you take donations? I'm
Yes.
trying to get that
Yes,
out
yes,
there right now.
yes, we do take donations. But Lee, the blessing in all of this is that when we help people and they get better, guess what they do? They turn around and give back. When you help that mother's child and she sees her child is living, she turns around and pay it back. So that's what it's all about. So it's really people taking care of people. So that is the we.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That is the we.
Let's get to the Ruby Honoree that you are tonight. You're going to be receiving an award from this prestigious organization, the International Awareness and Involvement Award. Tell me how the process went. When you got a phone call, an email, a text message, how did you find out about it, and what was your first reaction that you were selected? There's only 5 this evening.
I was when I received the call from Miss Michelle, I was shocked. I just had the phone to my ear like, what? Because you don't expect that, and you don't do it for that.
Right.
And the type of work that I do, we're not in the spotlight. People don't know me, and if they do know me, they don't know exactly what I do. So when she spoke to me very compassionate, there was so much compassion in her voice, and there was so much, I could tell that she was sincere, and just hearing someone outside of my realm say, we appreciate you, it really meant something. It brought me back to that human side, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is that, you feel like you're in this, just like addicts. Sometimes we feel like we're in this alone because what we do is not glamorous.
Mm-hmm. Just bring us a little higher. Go ahead.
Right. Well, what we're doing is not glamorous.
No. Now, I'm, people like yourself, you're the people who actually really deserve this type of recognition and these types of awards. You're very unique. You're doing something to better mankind. And they couldn't have picked a better person for that award. And when I first heard your story, I was just like, whoa, because I got a chance to talk to you when we were making your video presentation for the night. Leap Is Live, by the way, is proud to be the organization, the television show. There will be a nice video presentation tonight by each of the honorees. And Leap Is Live put that presentation together. Let's take a look at her presentation. We just looked at your presentation. That was a lot of fun working with you behind the scenes to put that together. Were you nervous when we were doing it?
At first, because like I said, this was a nervous process, but then you made me feel very comfortable. You kept telling me relax because I'm so serious all the time, and it was fun. It was very rewarding, and when I went to bed that night, I was actually like, wow,
And I think that was the first time that you and I had met in person.
Yes.
I don't know if when you came, you knew I was going to be the one
No, I
putting it
didn't.
together. You just like, oh, that's.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know. I was like, wow.
Well, you did really well on it, and people can attest to that.
Thank you.
B, having now received the award that you're going to get tonight, Monday morning, or is it 24 hours a day that you're back at work?
Probably when I leave here.
24/7.
I can show you my phone right now. I have somewhere to go as soon as this is over. But I am going to take the time and just enjoy this and just to experience this. And I am so grateful for you. I am grateful for the sorority, because this has truly been an experience that I would never forget.
Well, you heard it right here on Lee Pitts Live. We get a chance to see this great honoree get recognized. Just as a sidebar, about 3 years ago, I got recognized in this particular setting as a honoree for education, and it changed my life. It put me on the map. It made me famous.
So I expect all of that.
Yeah, you got.
So all of that's going to happen for me.
Oh man, all kinds of doors are going to open up for you now.
Awesome.
Especially when you get recognized by Delta Sigma Theta sorority.
I know.
They don't just grab anybody. They really put some thought into it.
It
So
means a lot.
it's a high honor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Remember, Miami may have the oranges, but Fort Myers alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority and their fine peppermint ball has got the juice. We'll be right back.